It's like, nah. What's going on, truckers? It's been a while since I made a trucking video. Glad to be back. And while I was in the truck, I was thinking, I'm like, damn, let me ask ChatGPT for some trucking ideas, like some topics. And one of which was not something that I'm actually about to talk about in this video. I actually came up with this topic on my own. Well, wait, did I? No. It said the challenges that truckers might face. I put my own twist on it and said the challenges that local trucking truck drivers might face as a local truck driver. So that's what this video is going to be about, all right? The challenges you might face as a local truck driver, all right? So if you're ready for this, smash the like button and subscribe. This is gonna be a good one. All right, so number one, if you're not getting paid hourly, you're getting paid per load, all right? And that could be an issue, all right? Here's why. When you're getting paid by the load, you're gonna be rushing the clock, all right? This is one reason that is bad. There's three reasons I'm gonna say, but there's one reason why it's bad. You're gonna be rushing the clock. But why is that bad? You increase your chances of getting into an accident. When you get paid by the load, that means the more loads you make, the more money you make. But the thing is, you are capped at a certain amount of hours that you can drive as a driver. So if you want to make as much as you can, who doesn't want to make as much as they can in as little bit amount of time? You feel me? And then on top of that, sometimes the boss, the dispatch, they're gonna be trying to pressure you to get that one extra load in. You know what I mean? So it's a risky game, you know what I mean? If you have to take a per load job, maybe it's your first job, or maybe you got some shit on your record and you just gotta get your experience up. I get it, you know what I mean? Boom, you can get that out the way. Just know that you gotta be patient. And what I mean by that, drive safe and be patient on the road and understand that that extra load ain't worth it in the end, all right? I did get into an accident on my first job, and it was a pay per load job, and you know, it just wasn't worth it, you know what I mean? So it's dangerous, all right? Another thing, when you get paid by the load, you actually get paid less. A lot of people don't tell you this. So let's give you an example, right? I don't have my phone, hold up. Let's say you made $1,000 in 1 week gross, right? And they take $200 out. You know what I mean? So that means you got $800 net, right? So you do $1,000, right? In that week, divided by, and let's say you're working 14-hour days, because I was working 12 to 14-hour days on average at my first job. So you'll do 14 hours times 5 days a week. I got off on the weekends, right? 70 hours, right? You would do $1,000 divided by 70. Hopefully it wasn't backwards, but that's $14 an hour when you think about it. Truckers, you should be making, compared to this, at least 22, 23, 24 and above. Like 14 an hour ain't worth it, you know what I mean? And they don't tell you this. They don't tell you this when you actually divide your shit up from how many hours you worked to what you're actually getting paid. All you see is, damn, that was $800 a week, but you just put 14 hours each day in, 12, 14 hours each day in. It's not worth it, you know what I mean? So again, if you're gonna be doing a pay per load type of job, know what you're getting into, take your time, know that you really not gonna be getting paid that much from an hourly perspective. Oh shit, I can't talk right now, mama. But yeah, so that's something that you should know. All right, and again, longer days is dangerous and the pay fucking sucks. So moving on, all right, the next challenge you might face as a local truck driver is touching freight, all right? Look, touching freight is not for everybody, all right? Especially for some of the older cats that's coming from OTR, you know what I mean, hoping to get a local job. I don't actually know one local job where you're not touching the freight, But you got different forms of touching the freight. You got pallet drops. You got actually taking everything on the pallet off. And then you got a kind of like a hybrid where you kind of, if you get some stores where you just drop their pallet off, and then you got some stores where you do, you know, the full handoff, if you will. But yeah, you're gonna be touching freight as a local truck driver. You know what I mean? Very rare is it just drop and hook or bump and dock, no touch freight. That's not gonna happen as a local job. I'm not saying there's not one out there. I'm sure there's probably one, you know what I mean? But good luck finding it. You know what I mean? If you got it, I would definitely, you know, hang on to it. And again, you at best, you're probably gonna want a hybrid where you're doing some pallet drops and some handoffs. But please, please, please make sure you're able to use a fucking electric jack, because them heavy ass pallets with a pump jack, fuck that. You know what I mean? Like, get it. Hopefully your company's using an electric jack. So again, number 2 challenge that you're gonna face as a local truck driver is you're touching freight. At least you want a hybrid, you know what I mean? At best you want pallet drops, but please make sure you got an electric jack, all right? Moving on is most local jobs are manual transmissions. Now, I'm fortunate enough to be with a company that has automatics, but I know that that's not the case for most local jobs. But I am an example to show you that it's not impossible, you know what I mean? But usually you're gonna have a manual truck. My first trucking job, which was a pay per load job, was a manual transmission. Now, some of these truckers, they like manuals. It beats me, I don't get it, but if you're anything like me, I'm like, fuck the manuals, you know what I mean? Well, I'm trying to chill and relax, get the job done, you know what I mean? Take it easy, tranquilo. But yeah, you should know that. A lot of these local trucking jobs, they still use manual trucks. If they got automatics, they go into the seniors, and not senior citizens, I mean the cast that's been there for a while, what I like to call the vets. So yeah, manual transmissions. Next on the list is they're hard to find. These trucking jobs, these local trucking jobs fill up very fast, okay? They're hard to find. And you need to know that going in. If you think, oh damn, I'm on Indeed, I'm on all of these job boards and they're just hiring like crazy. Hey, the OTR jobs is hiring, the regional jobs is hiring like crazy. These local jobs, they real picky. They know they're high in demand, and they pretty much pick who they want when it comes to the local work. And in addition to that, they overwork you. So that's next on the list. They overwork you. They know they're high in demand, and they kind of have their say. But what you don't want to be is the guy who is like, you know what, fuck this local job. I'm a truck driver. I'm gonna be able to get another local job. Yeah, you might be able to get another local job, but is it gonna be as good as the one you got, or is it gonna be harder? You know what I mean? So you really gotta do a thorough research in your interviews to make sure you're with a good local job. Are y'all using electric jacks? How many hours are y'all working? Is it hourly? You know what I mean? Are we touching freight? Do y'all gotta load the fucking trucks? Some of these truck companies out here, I'm not gonna say any names, you know what I mean? Because you never know if brother gotta apply to them, you know what I mean? But they had you load the truck. You know what I mean? Who the fuck y'all got a warehouse for that. Y'all let them load the truck. But there's some companies out there where the drivers gotta load the truck. All right, so be prepared for that. They're hard to find and they overwork you. Next on the list is a lot of these local trucks or these local companies, they don't really keep their trucks neat and up to date. You know what I mean? They kind of busted and disgusted. Again, there's some companies out there who can maintain their trucks very well. Maybe they got a contract with Penske or Ryder or some shit, you know what I mean, where they leasing and renting. But some of these family-owned companies, you know, that ain't got them big pockets, those trucks are beat to shit. I mean, the AC ain't fucking working, the radio ain't working, the heater ain't fucking working. You got blowouts all the time, and it's just beat to shit, especially the dump trucks. Oh my goodness. So know that going into it, all right? And last on the list is the pet policies, all right? So like, you're not gonna be able to bring your dog, your cat, you know what I mean? And you're not gonna be able to bring, you know, like a family member, your wife, your girl, or none of that, you know what I mean? It'd be nice to have like little ride-alongs and whatnot, But that shit not happening with local jobs. You're in a day cab, and there's really no room. And quite frankly, they probably don't want to be responsible for any injuries or any accidents when they already got to be responsible for you in a way. So again, that was 7 challenges that you might face. Again, I'm still pro local over OTR. I think you should only do OTR regional if you have a plan in mind. You know what I mean? Like maybe you're trying to clear up debt, maybe you're trying to see the country, maybe you're thinking about moving. You got to have a specific plan in mind. Maybe you're trying to get your experience up, you know what I mean? But I still think local is the way to go. And yeah, these are just some challenges that I think you should know. So if you enjoyed the video, like the video, comment down below. Let me know what you want to see next. I did ask ChatGPT for a list of some topics, so I got some coming already. But yeah, man, show a brother some love, all right, man? I am about to check out. All right, so peace.